Hello again. I am Rayburn from Rayburn.net, and in this video today I'm going to be talking to you about how you can easily downgrade from Windows 8 back to Windows 7, and you can do this without doing a clean install. Maybe you are like me and you upgraded to Windows 8 and you decided that you absolutely hate it. You hate the new start screen, you hate the plain colors, and the overall new boring look that Windows 8 has to offer. And or maybe there's something else you don't like about it and you just want to go back to Windows 7, but you shudder to think about having to reinstall all your applications again and redoing your Windows updates and all that boring stuff. Well, I'm here to tell you how you can go back to Windows 7 without doing a clean install. It definitely is possible, and I'm going to walk you through how to do it in this video tutorial. But in order to do that, your computer must have some requirements. First of all, you must have installed Windows 8 from an upgrade or a clean install. Now, I have not tried this with an in-place upgrade from Windows 7. It probably works, but I don't know. I can't confirm that. But I have tried it from a clean install. I did a clean install from Windows 7 to Windows 8. I installed Windows 8 as a clean slate from inside Windows 7, and it works. Now, you must have a Windows.old folder on your hard drive. Now, when the Windows 8 installation system installs Windows 8 onto your computer, it moves everything from Windows 7 into a folder on your hard drive called Windows.old. And this will be located on the partition where you had Windows 7 before. Okay? So, in order for this to work, you must have a Windows.old folder on your system. You must also have a USB drive or a CD with a Linux distribution on it. Linux Mint will work, Ubuntu will work, and also Parted Magic will work. And I personally like Parted Magic for stuff like this, so that's what we'll be using in this video tutorial. So make sure you have a USB or a CD with some sort of a Linux distribution on it. Okay, I'm going to outline the steps, and then we're going to actually do it. Okay, so first of all, what you need to do is you need to boot into Linux. Okay, just pop in your CD, your DVD of Linux, or your USB drive, whatever it might be, and just boot into Linux. Next, after you get into Linux, you want to open the file manager and rename these folders on your hard drive. That means go into the partition where Windows 8 is installed and rename the Windows folder, the ProgramData folder, the Program Files folder, and the Program Files x86 folder for those of you who are using the 64-bit version, the Users folder, the PerfLogs folder. And it's probably also a good idea to rename the Recycle Bin folder and also the Documents and Settings hard link that's on the partition as well. I will do that in a few minutes as we get into actually doing this. So once you do that, the next thing you want to do is just move everything from Windows.old into the root of C, or wherever it was that you had Windows 7 installed before. And after you get done with that, reboot. That's all you have to do. There is no need to rewrite the MBR or the bootloader or anything like that. That's all you must do, and that's it. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I have booted in VirtualBox a version of Windows 8. This is simply a pretty much clean install of the trial version of Windows 8. And I just installed it inside Windows 7. Windows 7 was installed on this particular profile of VirtualBox. And I just installed and went to Windows 8 from inside Windows 7. Just did a clean install of Windows 8 from inside Windows 7. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that we do have a Windows.old folder. So I'm going to go into the C drive and this is where the Windows 8 installation moved Windows 7 to. Everything that was a part of Windows 7 is moved to this Windows.old folder. So if you double click on it, we have the Windows folder, we have the Users folder where your user account and all your documents and stuff are at in your program files. And also program files x86 would be here as well if this was if you're installing Windows 8 on a 64-bit copy of Windows 7. And you also have PerfLogs here as well. So this is what you need to see. This is what you must find if you're going to downgrade back to Windows 7. Okay. So now that I've showed you that, what we want to do now is we're going to reboot the computer into Parted Magic. So I'm going to go ahead and mount Parted Magic. We're going to select the default. Okay, Parted Magic is now booted. So what we want to do now is we want to open up the file manager. We want to select the hard drive where Windows is installed at. And we see our Windows.old folder here. We also see the PerfLogs folder of Windows 8. We see the Program Files folder of Windows 8, the ProgramData folder of Windows 8, the Users folder of Windows 8, and the Windows folder of Windows 8. We also see autoexec.bat and config.sys here. Okay, now the next thing we want to do is we want to rename all these folders from Windows 8 to something else. It can be anything. So I'm just going to go ahead and rename this to Recycle Bin 8. This is a link that just points to the users folder, but I'm going to rename this anyway, just to be on the safe side. We're going to call it Documents and Settings 8, PerfLogs 8, Program Files 8, ProgramData 8, Users 8, Windows 8. So now I want to do this one, autoexec.bat 8, config.sys 8, and that's it. All of these folders are renamed from Windows 8. So now we want to go into our Windows 8 folder, and we simply want to drag the mouse over everything in this folder. Right click on one of the icons here, and click Cut. Go up to the root, right click in an empty area, hit paste, and it's copied. Windows 7 is now back to its original state. All we have to do now is simply restart. And we're going to see Windows 7 booting. As you can see, it's booting. So that's all there is to it. If you are in Windows 8, you hate it, you want to go back to Windows 7, if you've got your Windows 7 files still on your computer, you can just rename everything and be good to go. That's all you have to do. There's no clean installation, there's no rewriting of the MBR needed, you don't have to reinstall updates, you don't have to do any of that stuff. It just works. So maybe this will save somebody out there a lot of time and stuff. So I'm going to show you here that the desktop is going to come up. And as you can see, we have the desktop up again. But that's how you do it. That's how you downgrade from Windows 8 to Windows 7 the easy way. So y'all have a great day, and God bless.